Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. It's new. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And like I said, brand new, because today we're going to be covering the new issue. Finally, yay, Nightwing 88. And we also have classic issue Nightwing 70. The other Nightwing 70. Not this series. Alright, so there's only been, two. Alright, so. Alright, let's get into this one. Nightwing 88. There you go. How long that intro was? Okay. Alright, so Nightwing 88. Alright, so we start with Dick looking out over the city. Thinking about thinking about bringing about change.
So I have a question. Is this a thing that they do in other comics? How the blue is kind of spotted?
I
don't think the costume's actually spotted. Because then in other times it's not. So it's like...
Yeah, maybe not all. It might just be the artist.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
From that background or shot, Bloodhaven doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. So yeah, Dick thinking about lifting people up, and then the next page we see Blockbuster's like, no.
Blockbuster wants to pull people down because he's a bad guy.
Well, he's going to he has put out a hit on Dick, and it's like, does the mayor know? No, she'll know soon enough.
Yep.
That's another thing. I know we did Fear State, but it's like we dropped this bombshell about Dick possibly having a sister, and then we haven't gone back to it.
Right. Well, and the Heartless thing, yeah, I have a feeling that, since Fear State kind of got in the way, and then did he he found out about his sister and then about Alfred's money, or was that kind of at the same time?
No, I think Alfred, I think the first issue of Tom's, I think didn't Barbara tell him about the Alfred money?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the sister, we knew that there was something shady with the sister, and then a couple of issues in, it was like, oh no, we have the same father, supposedly.
Not suspect, but yeah, Blockbuster doesn't know. Blockbuster still thinks she's kind of on his side, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't. Although people did bust in to her house when they thought Nightwing was there.
Oh yeah, remember Dick tied her up just to make it look convincing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So anyway, so I assume they'll do something with that. I assume she's probably, because turns out she's a good person, that she'll probably try to help Dick make the city better. And obviously they're circling back around with Heartless because, he kind of got dropped for the Fear State stuff as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes together.
So as Blockbuster's talking to someone saying, "Nah, the mayor's not going to know," we see Barbara talking to someone. Does Dick know? No. But then Dick shows up and with breakfast.
That's right. And like all intense dog owners, he gives it to Haley first. And isn't it cute? She has her labeled dog bowl already.
I love how Barbara's like, "Did you go into the deli in costume?" He's like, "Yeah." He like, "It's a lot. I draw less attention this way these days."
Well, I also thought it was cute. He says, "I bring the finest bagels in all the land." And she says, "My hero." That's cute.
And yeah, she's
Also,
asking.
did you see how the deli is Tomasi's deli?
Oh yeah, nice.
Also,
Yeah.
Dick has such a funny face when he's chewing.
She's like, "You go."
And I think it's cute that Barbara has freckles. A lot of artists don't draw her with freckles, do they?
Nah, I don't think so. No, she's a redhead.
Right. I mean, a lot of people have freckles. Anyway.
I know. You don't get a lot of freckles in comics, period.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, then she's like, "Well, Haley and I are coming with you." He says, "Oh, I would have thought Haley would be more sensible." But she reminds him that just like him, Haley is loyal and stubborn. Wait, stubborn and too loyal for her own good. She also mentions that Dick is more protective of everyone before himself, and I think that is also an accurate assessment. Granted, I think that is also an accurate assessment of pretty much every superhero, but...
And yes, because this is a big day for the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation.
That's right. So, neither here nor there, but I felt like they kind of suggested at the beginning that Haley was a puppy, but I don't know. I feel like she's just going to be a small dog. I don't know, unless she's suddenly going to size up, but
yeah, I don't
it's
know.
not like dogs are tiny, tiny, tiny. Well, maybe in comic books they are. I don't know.
But yeah, so then the whole thing's going down at the docks. I love how he's wearing that blue T-shirt under the blazer.
I know, wasn't he wearing? Well, I think that's the same outfit he was wearing in the issue before that when they were trying to kill him.
He could, but I thought he's still wearing his colors.
Yep.
What is this? One of those?
It's like it kind of looks like, I mean, whatever the equivalent is in DC, the DC universe, but it looks like he's wearing Converse.
But no, I just love how he's wearing his colors, like those old comics, like You Love. Where,
Oh yeah, how when he was Robin, like
he was always wearing like the red sweater or something.
Yeah, you're right. He's always had like green pants and a red sweater on. Yeah, and Bruce would be wearing like blue pants or whatever. Yeah. Well, they had a limited color palette then. Okay, also, that's a superhero on the side, isn't it? That like dentist thing, keep a bright smile. Is that somebody recognizable, or is it just supposed to be like a ripoff of a superhero?
Oh wait, I didn't even see that. No, I think that's Booster Gold. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So some sort of dentist advertisement using Booster Gold. Okay, so do you know who these Gun Bunny and Gunhawk are? Like, where are they from?
God, yes, they showed up exactly twice in the 90s. Man, they dug deep for these during. I think was it Chuck Dixon was writing Detective Comics. They showed up twice. The first time, Gene Paul was Batman. You know, it was during like Nightfall when Gene Paul was Batman and he smacked them around. And then they showed up later and Bruce had to take him down. But yeah, they showed up exactly twice in the 90s.
Okay, so third time is a charm. Well, not actually for them. It's been
a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, and then we get some of Dick's plans that they're going to build some kind of home for the kids where they were already living, so that's cool.
On Haven.
That's right. Yep, that's right. And also, he makes a great speech about a house doesn't make a home. Home is where your family is, whether you were born into it or whether you found each other. Aww. Phil, sound effect.
I'm sorry. Aww. I was enraptured by this art.
Okay, and enraptured by these beautiful words. So then he lets one of the kids, Alejandro, dig the hole. And I think he says, I can't dig half a hole because it's concrete. Yes.
Well, he goes, you want me to dig a hole? And Dick's like, you don't have to dig a whole hole. You know, you have to dig a whole hole. And he's like, oh, I can't dig. How do you dig half a hole? So, and just as, this is happening. Yeah, Gun Bunny takes her shot.
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, yeah, it was a joke. Because I was thinking he was like, I can't dig that much. It's really hard here. Yes. She takes her shot, but, oh, she's in trouble.
Yeah, Starfire is grabbing the gun and melting it. And then as Gun Bunny tries to run, she runs into Donna.
Yep. Is that who you think Dick was, or Barbara was talking to at the beginning?
She was talking to somebody on the Titans, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It feels like Donna would be the most likely candidate.
Probably, yeah. Because Barbara set this whole thing up, you know, for the Titans to be there.
Right.
So somehow I guess Barbara has a camera or something. She says she sees what's going on.
Well, I mean, Starfire probably has. Maybe she has a camera in her suit or something.
I was gonna say body cam, yeah.
Yeah. It says that's Gun Bunny. She always works with somebody else.
Yep. Gunhawk. Who peeks his head out of a window and takes a shot at Dick, who suddenly disappears. Because
Who
Wally.
could that be? Oh, it's Wally.
Wally, who we'll see again in, I think, what, like 2 months or so, you know, 2 more issues or so?
I think so, yeah. Okay, so the streets, Abbott and Lucas. I don't immediately know those names. Are they famous comic book writers?
They're not ringing a bell for me.
Okay. Then maybe it's just references to other famous people like Abbott and Costello and George Lucas or something.
Or maybe it's just somebody's friend.
Could be.
Mm.
So Wally's like, all right, you got a vest? It's like, yep, but no costume. So, cradle or piggyback?
Dick, I mean, neither are that dignified. You're going to have to choose one.
I feel like they're not that undignified.
I know, but I love when Wally grabs him. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, you know what I'm doing. And then Dick goes, Babs. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. This is true.
Then Gunhawk's calling in. He's like, Blockbuster, he just disappeared.
And then it turns out there are tons of other looking like Friday the 13th Jasons.
Yeah, they got hockey masks.
Yep.
He says, get Grayson, which is the title of this arc.
Yep. And then chose the piggyback, did we? Definitely the preferred option. I feel like knowing that now, I mean, obviously it's not going to happen, but if I were in these comics, then I'd want to make Flash carry me.
So, yeah, they go to Mr. Terrific, who Wally has been working for. So, yes, this is canon.
Okay, so, yeah, what's up with Mr. Terrific? Lay it on us, Phil.
He is, well, again, he has a bunch of these companies, but I forget, he's like the 7th or 8th smartest man in the world.
Really? They're ranking it in DC? Like, who's the...
I forget. The last time they actually gave him an official rank, I mean, I think this might have been before New 52, but yeah, they kind of rank, you know.
Wow. So, just a quick question. Does that mean that Mr. Terrific is supposed to be smarter than Batman? Or is Batman like the smartest man in the world or something ridiculous?
Well, remember when we did that JLA arc, that whole Atlantis thing?
Oh, uh-huh.
And remember how
right?
How Batman's programmers recruiting the new league with those T-spheres? Those are Mr. Terrific's T-spheres, because even in the story, Mr. Terrific says, man, Batman thought my designs were good enough to copy. He's like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Right, okay.
But yeah, he's also like an Olympic athlete, so.
Now, was Mr. Terrific, was he like JSA or anything? Is he from like back in the day?
He is JSA. There was an original one back in like the Golden Age, so he's like the second Mr. Terrific, which they've kind of done.
But he doesn't have his own comic right now, so he's been appearing in the Flash comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just been appearing all over the place. Like Tom King just did a Adam Strange kind of thing, and Mr. Terrific was. I'm trying to remember if he had. I don't know if he had an ongoing or any miniseries, but yeah, he was in JSA for the longest time, and now he just appears every so often everywhere. Yeah, he once Wally came back as the Flash, like Mr. Terrific offered him a job at one of his companies, and he's like, and since I know your identity, he's like, if you need to rush out to do something, you can,
That's very helpful.
Yes.
So what's Barry doing then?
Barry, oh jeez,
guess I should have asked.
Now he's trapped in some weird dimensional thing. There's like there's a team trying to get him in, free him in Justice League Incarnate, which is like different characters from different universes. The Batman, of course, from that team, of course, is the Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne.
Oh, okay, very confusing. Okay.
Yeah, well, do you know the whole story of the Flashpoint Batman?
Yeah. Bruce died instead, and
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yup. Okay, cool. All right.
So I guess they have a new suit for him, but
boom. He looks so. He's like, whoa.
There's a bunch of new features for it, but I guess they don't have time to run them down, so we don't know what those are yet.
But the big thing is it's thin enough to wear underclothing and flexible. Yep. But they're working to make it suitable. I did not realize that most bulletproof material remains vulnerable to stabbing attacks. You would think if it could stop a bullet, it could stop a knife, but I guess it's different science. And then the most hilarious panel, the little... I'm not sure what, would you call that like anime style?
Maybe.
And then Wally, and your face has the inbuilt defense of being too pretty for anyone to shoot at. But it's not just the words, it's also the drawing in that one. How they have such giant heads and Wally's smile takes up. So it's hilarious.
So yeah, there's a bunch of features, but they can't get into it now because Wally has to run Dick back.
Sounds good. Then we can find them out over time. People don't read comics to get a long exposition on the features of the suit. They just want to see the magic happen.
So is that?
So Michael? What's Michael's last name? I mean, is his name Michael Terrific? Because that feels like that would be a bad. Alias.
No, Holt. Holt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Well, all right. So they suit up and boom. You can definitely tell. Like, clearly, it's no wonder that these hockey mask guys are the B team. Because they're just like, Dick Grayson, like, oh yeah, you think he's just going to pop out knowing you want to kill him?
Well, I guess they know he cares, so I guess they figure if they threaten the crowd or the kids, maybe he'll pop his head up.
I guess, but they're not threatening. I mean, thankfully. They're just standing there shouting his name.
They're standing there surrounding everyone with guns, so.
Yeah, but they're not like, hey, if you don't come out, we're going to shoot this kid. Which I'm saying, I'm glad, but...
Yeah, they're probably waiting for Blockbuster to give them an order.
Anyway, Melinda is like, these actions will have consequences. And boom, the consequences arrive.
Yep. Oh, yeah, the art in this is great. Mm-hmm. So not just Dick, but all the Titans together.
Yep. Of course, Gar has an amazing line as well. We had a long conversation with your dog and decided we were backing you up for this. Bitewing is very persuasive. And Raven, I like what you said in your speech about the family who finds each other. Heck yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And Vic with his friends. Is he still on the Justice League? What happened with that?
No, he's not on the Justice League now.
Well, that's unfortunate. But I mean, I guess if it means he has friends again, then that's good.
I mean, the Titans Academy, I've stopped reading it, but I mean, we need like a proper Titans book again with like this team, this roster right here.
Oh yeah, I'm getting Titans Academy, but I haven't. I'll let you know when I get the next couple issues. I haven't picked them up for a while. And then yes, Titans together.
So I guess they must clean up those gunmen because next thing you know, Raven teleports them right to Blockbuster.
Yeah, although I think Nightwing doesn't go. Right? It
Oh.
looks like it's just the 6 of them.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder why. Yeah, it does.
And then I'm with Beast Boy. He's like, you should definitely test it. It'd be hilarious. It'd be good to watch Blockbuster get his butt kicked by Starfire.
Oh yeah, they get she pulled the Superman like Superman did back in the day. Yeah, because he's like, you're trespassing, and he's like, I have every right to, and she gets in his face like, what?
That'd be awesome though to watch her kick his butt. Amazing. And then I love how Dick Grayson's under Titan's protection. I mean, technically he always was, but
Well, yeah, but again, if you don't make the connection between Dick and Nightwing, yes, but yeah, Donna lays it out for him. If from this point on,
right.
he's under.
Right. Well, and then we see Gunhawk has been waylaid by Heartless.
Yep. Yeah, because Heartless
and he finds out Blockbuster hired him, which makes it sound like Heartless also wants to take Blockbuster's heart. And yeah, then I think he kills Gunhawk.
Well, yeah, it looks like he uses that thing on his chest. So
yeah, which kind of reminds me of my Dyson. That's really what his little heart-taken gun looks like.
pretty much, but yeah, it has like a little drawer at the end of it.
So yeah, 3 appearances and it looks like Gunhawk's out.
I think that's why they dug up a guy from the '90s who hasn't been seen since. Yeah, because
it didn't end well for him.
Fodder, yeah. And then next month is our Superman.
Yep, Superman. Woohoo! The Superman crossover. And then in March, the second part is in the Superman book. And I think the March Nightwing will be the one with Wally.
I think so, yeah. So yeah, so I sent you that preview of the Superman issue. I guess we're gonna get a flashback. Even in the article it says, when Dick, saw him when he was a kid, which wasn't too long ago, thanks to comic book getting aged up and stuff. So
I know, because it's red Nightwing, because they're like kind of keeping that consistent. But I mean, I guess they can hand wave it away with like, oh, he's Kryptonian, so.
Well, I mean, there's an actual storyline where he was like off in space in other dimensions and kind of like he actually spent more time than he was actually,
Oh, I see.
Bendis.
Interesting. Okay. Well, whatever.
Oh yeah, there's
comic book science. You just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, and there's also a one shot coming out this week. It's a Superman. I guess John and his good friend Damian are gonna meet up again for something.
Damian's probably sad that John grew up way faster than him.
I'm trying to remember. Was it one of the last issues? Was it an issue of Superman? Yeah. Well, Damian shows up and he sees John's in this relationship and he's like, "Oh, I'm happy for you." So.
Aww.
But yeah, so was this another A book, A+?
Yeah, of course. It had good art. The Titans came in. I love it when Dick hangs out with other people. I think that's really makes for better stories when he's not being alone. And it had some funny stuff like your face has the advantage of being too pretty for people to shoot at. Great one, Wally. Classic. And Bitewing can be very persuasive. Also, classic. So yeah, what do you think?
Oh, I liked it. Yeah, I like everything you said. I love the story. I love the art. Yeah, but yeah, Dick is good with other people. I think that
Got the finger stripes back.
exactly. But I think that like him with people that like highlights the big difference between him and Bruce.
Mhm.
Like he's he loves to surround himself with people, and like Bruce.
Right. Well, and I think one of the big things is with Batman in particular,
Mm-hmm.
DC has really invested a lot in his villains. I mean, I know Superman has some big ones like, Darkseid and Lex Luthor, obviously, and stuff. But I mean, really, the most famous DC villains are Batman villains
Mm-hmm.
and Lex. And so that's something that when you have like people who aren't Batman, like Nightwing, like Robin, it works better for them if they're with other people
Mm-hmm.
because their strength is not being their strength is not going up. I mean, their strength is going up against the villains, but their villains are not as zesty and well drawn generally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Blockbuster's a bad dude, but I mean, like he's not that interesting. He's just like a bad rich guy. Like that's a dime a dozen.
Oh, definitely.
So that's why when he had like Raptor or whatever, that was kind of somebody that had a grudge against him from the circus. That was pretty good. That.
Oh yeah. No, I was gonna show you a picture here. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
It's always excellent when he's with his friends.
Well, something's going down in April, and I'm wondering if it's gonna mean big things for Dick. Oh man, did I not?
Oh, are you talking about that Justice League stuff?
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna like be on the Justice League again or not.
I don't know. I saw something about that, and then somebody was like, maybe Lex Luthor is going to become Batman. I was like,
Oh,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like
I figure.
Yeah, see, they're teasing the death of the Justice League, so it's like Superman, Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be.
I the way I figure, they're not going to keep Batman or any of them dead, but it's going to be one of those things where it's just they're going to build like a new league that isn't, all Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. So yeah, I'm wondering if Dick or even Tim are going to get on the league.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I liked what they did right before New 52 with him and Donna and the rest of them.
Yeah, Donna and Supergirl. Yeah, that was cool. But I don't know. For whatever reason, this one feels different. It just feels more like a stunt.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
And so I can't imagine that he's gonna stay dead for that long. And
none of them are going to stay dead.
And that it's going to really ripple through the family the way they did. Because we haven't really seen anything. It was clearly they were building something up when they did, Batman, R.I.P., Last Rites, and you knew ahead of time, this is, what's going to happen. There's going to be Battle for the Cowl. And even though you could guess how Battle for the Cowl was going to end, then you saw the solicits that it was going to be like, hey, we're trying something out that's, Dick, Batman, Damian, Robin, reverse the dynamics. So you knew that he was going to stay dead at least a little while.
And the funny thing is, Wonder Woman just came back from the dead.
Poor Wonder Woman. Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, this feels like, I don't know, maybe they'll just get sent to like some other dimension or whatever.
Yeah, I think everyone's just going to think they're dead. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a thing where they can form a new Justice League. That's all it is. Because
we really have not seen. I mean, are the April solicits out? Because I guess it'd be March when Flash comes to Nightwing's book, but I don't know. It's kind of like you want him. I mean, on the one hand, since we're Dick stands and stuff, we want him to be sort of be Batman, show that he's like the leader of the family, that he's, the next one that gets to be Batman. But at the same time, like right now, he's in a really good place, and it would be annoying if he had to become Batman.
Yeah, but like I said, it might not happen.
Yeah, so I feel like if Batman's gone for a while, like somebody else is gonna be
It's possible.
Batman. Kind of like how in Future State, somebody else is Batman. Because, while in the one continuity, it did it. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be as big of a deal.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
All right, so let's get to this other issue.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so Nightwing 70 from 2002.
Yep, August. And we are back with Hela. She was from the 80-page giant, and now she's back trying to wrap up her revenge because she didn't get lunch meat Deaver.
Yep, because we haven't seen Lunch Meat in a while, remember? But yes, he's in witness protection, and we finally see where. He's in Arizona.
Yep. And he is kind of tedious because he's all like, oh, I live in Arizona. I have a business, and I don't even have to go to work every day.
But he's like a dry cleaner. Yeah, he runs a dry cleaner.
Like, I hate it.
He's all bored.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
But yeah, because because he must have testified. Say, yeah, he's a witness protection. It's like, where do does he want them to put him?
I don't know.
So yes, I guess he's complaining to two feds here, and they're just like, you want to wind up like your son, who Hela killed last time.
I did. And so then, because he is rather a jerk, which we already knew that, he goes back to his dry cleaners, and Claire, his employee, trying to be friendly, when he's muttering, oh, somebody's got the grumpies, and then he's like, you're a space cadet, you can carry Perky too far. You act like you're a queen instead of a minimum wage loser. And he calls her an airhead. Rude.
Minimum wage loser. Yeah.
What a jerk.
So yeah, she runs out crying. He's like, oh man, I'm stuck in this fly speck town. Anything's got to be better than this. Anything. That's when we see Hela right outside town on her motorcycle.
Yep. And we see her, and then we see Dick gassing up.
Because he's asking the guy at the gas station. Yeah, he's looking for Delbert Carlson. The name Lunch Meat's living under.
Which we knew that already because people were like, howdy, Del, and Claire called him Mr. Carlson. But they also mentioned a lot of new faces showing up recently.
Yep. But yeah, the guy's like, there's a dry cleaner. I don't know his name, but the town rolls up tight around 9. And we see a motorcycle drive past. So then Lunch Meat's all muttering to himself, hell, he was a big man. Everyone was scared of him. Now he's washing clothes and making change. I'm a yutz. But as he's locking up, he's like, wish somebody'd come along. And he hears a voice say, put a bullet in your head. And yep.
And he realizes, you're the one who killed my son.
Yep.
Make it a match set. And as she's shooting at him, he's lucky her aim is really bad. Or else she wants to toy with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was not getting him.
Yeah, he's having him hide some cars too, but he's like, who sent you? My father, my brothers, my uncle.
And Nightwing jumps in. He says, basically, even though lunch meat sucks, you can't kill him.
Yep. He's like, I knew you weren't dead. And she's like, you can never understand. He killed my family.
He's like, no, I understand. And then suddenly, they're getting shot out. Oh, and look at who all the newcomers are. A bunch of other gangsters from back in the day. I do enjoy how the one gangster, they gave him a witness protection job as a minister.
I know.
That feels like a stretch.
What if the whole town is just witness protection?
I know, yeah, that's kind of what it seems like now. It's like the dude who runs the grocery store, the minister. Oh, maybe both grocery people.
But yeah, Dick's like, lots of new faces in town, thinking all the newcomers in town, they're in witness protection.
She's like, oh, great. In that case, they're all targets. So now she just starts shooting indiscriminately. And it looks like she hits a couple guys in the leg.
Yeah, because she's shooting.
And then she just throws the gun back at Nightwing to stop him.
It must be empty.
He's like, ugh.
She pulled out more guns. So yeah, so while she's shooting at everybody else, Lunch Meat starts running out of town.
What'd I ever do to her? Well, you're about to find out.
So yeah, he's running out into the desert, and then look, Dick's throwing some wingdings. Look like they have some gas.
Yep.
But she's saying, what? She's like, it's crime town. We can make them all pay. He's like, but not with their lives. That's where you get it wrong, Hella. So they're fighting it out.
She's saying to make a difference, you have to be worse than them.
Yep.
And then she takes his gas mask off to distract him. And he realizes, oh, look at all these dudes. All these newcomers got guns on me.
The town he's just surrounded by all these guys in town with guns on him.
Yep.
So then
we're running old school, a payphone past Dixon's last stop.
Oh, it's his last issue, get it?
Yep.
But yeah, that's how old this comic is, kids. He runs to a payphone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But then Hella shoots it.
Yep.
He's like, it's the end, little man. There's nowhere to run.
But then say he's running down some sort of embankment. Down into a dam, I guess.
But she's like, yeah, she chased him down. It's time for you to pay for the part you played in my family's death. But he actually knocks her off that motorcycle.
Yeah, with some kind of stick.
Oh, Lord. Then he pulls a, what's his face from Batman Beyond, because he's like, I killed your family? You got to remind me, I killed lots of families.
Yep.
But he's like, oh, that Nightwing creep code you reordered. I remember them bunch of cops. They were your family? Or were you one of the cops? Because now he has the gun on her, but Dick knocks it out of his hands.
Yep, before he can fire it.
He's like, it's funny, Deaver. You're the only person in town who hasn't violated his protection agreement. You get to go home tonight. But if I found you...
everybody else actually shot at people.
Mm-hmm. He's like, but if I found you and she found you, you might want to get the marshals to find you a new hole. As he picks up Hella and Dick picks up Hella and leaves. Yeah.
And I guess Deaver's asking him for a ride, but he's not going to get one because they're already gone.
Yeah. So, yeah, Deaver walks back to his dry cleaners, goes in, starts drinking. Then it's like, wait, what's that on the floor?
Gasoline.
It's his
Claire.
Mm-hmm. So
she says, oh, I didn't know you were here. I wanted to tell you I was quitting. I don't like being talked to the way you did today. But now I get to tell you in person. And boom, she throws her lighter down and walks out.
Yeah, we just see the shop on fire. She walks away. So I'm trying to remember. I don't know if we've seen Lunch Meat. So, I mean, this could have gone either way. He could be dead. He could not be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So And I'm assuming Hella's locked up because I don't think we've seen her since.
Yeah, I don't know. They just walk away, and yeah. I thought this was kind of. I felt like I interpret it as kind of like, yeah, he's dead. That that Claire got him. That it's kind of like almost in a terror. I mean, like, I know we shouldn't wish for people's deaths, but that a sort of, justice was served kind of way, that he's a huge jerk even when he's in witness protection.
Yeah, we even said too to Hella, he's like, how many people have I've killed how many people? You're gonna have to, narrow it down for me.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I would assume if he was alive, he'd be running. We'd see him running away from the fire.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't do anything to prevent him from it. I mean, it doesn't look like she.
Yeah, I mean, unless he just got caught behind a wall of fire or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of funny that he spent all that time trying to outrun Hella, and he still gets tripped up in the end.
I mean, so what did you think? I mean, it was a good story, but I mean, it was Dick was almost secondary to the plot. This was like a lunch meat story.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fine. Yeah, like, I mean, it was fine. I guess I would say. Not great. I don't want to say not great because it was good. Yeah, but yeah, Nightwing wasn't as. He was like supporting Cass in his own book, in this one, which is fine. Every once in a while.
I mean, it's a good story, but it's kind of weird because since it's Chuck Dixon's last issue, it's kind of weird that it doesn't take place in Bloodhaven. I guess he wanted to clean up like the Hella and the lunch meat stuff, but
yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Chuck retired to Arizona and he was giving us a hint. Maybe he's in Desert Springs.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he might be doing some creator-owned comics or something right now. I'm not sure, but I think he's doing some. Not
I think he's in Florida, but whatever.
All right.
Well, I mean, I don't think when he did that, I think this was his last Nightwing, but didn't he still do Robin for a while afterwards?
I can't remember if he. Yeah, I don't know how long he went with if it is Robin run. I don't know if he left around the same time or not. I mean, I think did he go to like 100 on Robin or a little past it? But yeah, so
I don't know. I mean, but the dude was writing a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I mean, he was writing Nightwing and Robin and Birds of Prey and sometimes one of the Batmans, right?
Detective. Yeah, he was writing detective comics.
I mean, I feel like you get burnt out doing all that.
Yeah, we might have to grab him someday for an interview. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Good. Well, good, because next time we'll be covering the very next issue, which was the first issue of Devin Grayson's run, Nightwing 71.
Which I think also takes place not in Bloodhaven, right?
Yeah, because
like part of it.
Yeah, because isn't he like chasing Chief Redhorn's wife over, like all over Europe or something? Or yeah.
Yeah, that's why I picked it, because they're in Europe.
So yeah, so the next.
I love Europe so much.
Yeah, so the next 5 weeks we're just gonna be doing those ones in order, 71 through 75, and then we'll drop new issues in wherever they land. So.
Oh, you're not assigning very much homework, Phil.
What?
No, I'm just teasing you. Sometimes it's like multiple issues. But
yeah.
I'm saying.
Hey, now we can focus more, and like I said,
you're getting generous in your in our second year. Like, well, we got to slow our roll here.
Well, one, we can focus more on the issues, and two, like I said, if there's anything new, I'm sure there's going to be at least one new issue in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember. 75 was 75 bigger. It might be. So yeah, that'll take us to like the middle of March. So.
Europe. It's good because we can't travel because of COVID, so I need to read about it and see the pictures in comic books.
Exactly. Thank you. thank you for saying we can't travel. I see some of the, I know people who are traveling. I'm like, you're nuts.
I can't wait to go back to Europe, but I don't know when it's going to happen.
I know. I don't think they want us there.
No, I don't think they do. Yeah. So we'll console ourselves with beautiful illustrated Europe with Dick Grayson in it, which I mean is really a great consolation prize.
All right, kids. So yeah, send us your thoughts on all the upcoming Nightwing 71 through 75, one a week, and then let us know your thoughts on the new stuff. Anything going on with Dick Grayson right now, email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join the Nightwing fan group on Facebook. You can find a link to this YouTube channel. Every episode gets a video. And most importantly, if you're going to subscribe, go subscribe to the Patreon. Get the exclusive content. You're going to get your creator interviews and everything, and your Chichester chats with Mr. DG Chichester 2 weeks before it hits the podcast. And completely exclusive to the Patreon, the superhero movie battles have begun. And if you're a fan of Kristen's, and who isn't, she was there for the first episode along with me, Lilith, and Charlie.
Those movies were really bad.
I know. Well, we're going for the worst, so yeah, they kind of all going to have.
We had some top-notch contenders.
Yeah, the first round was Captain America versus Howard the Ducks. Don't tell them because they ought to pay to find out who won.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon or go pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right. And again, if you're just sitting in the middle of the desert in witness protection with nothing to do, or you can't travel to Europe, go on Amazon, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. It's better than a European trip. Come on.
I don't know about that.
It's a trip through time. The history of Dick Grayson. So, yes, pick it up. Make Kristen console Kristen because she can't go to Europe. So, all right. Again, thank you for joining us. Next time, Nightwing 71. You'll know it by the giant explosion on the cover behind Dick Grayson. So that is true. Between Chuck's last issue and Devin's first couple, man, Dick wasn't in Bloodhaven for a while.
I think probably he's going to be starting out in 71 or in 70. Yeah, no, 71. He probably had the first few pages is in Bloodhaven or something.
Oh, yeah, I think he might be in Bloodhaven because I think in the first issue he chases her to the air. I haven't done the reread yet. I think he chases her to the airport or something. All right, kids, we'll find out next time. And how do you do that? Join us, same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. The dog had a lot to say.